Hey everybody, this is Stacy B with CBD and Me, and I have a couple products reviews. Now when I say a couple, what I mean is that they're all made by the same company. They're on eBay, and you can get all of these products from that company. And I'm happy to say that I was helpful in designing one of the products. So this is what it's for. It's for the vaporizers. Now I have the big girl vaporizer. I have a Kanger SubVod, which is this big piece. And then it also has, let me screw this back together, the SubTank Mini, which is this size. I also have the Kanger SubVod Nano. Okay, so the SubBox Mini is the Mini because of it's the Mini because of this piece is a K box, and if you'll see it, I don't know if you can see, it says K box right there, K box, and then this is the mini tank, and this just screws on the top here. It's wattage controlled. It's not temperature controlled. They have another one that's out, and it has a number of, well, I'm going to review this anyway. So this is a mini tank. This is my SubVod Nano, and if you'll notice, the tank is smaller. I think this holds 4 point something milliliters, and this holds 3 point something milliliters. Now I have my CBD oil in there, so it's very dark. The tank is clear just like this one, but because the oil is so dark, that's why it's so dark. So there's the size difference, and you can use this Nano on top of the K box. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the products that I have for this is, first of all, it's this little like O-ring, and it's out of a flexible material. And what you do is you slide that down over your tank, because this part here is glass, and with these things fall over all the time. So they made this out of a flexible, and it's 3D printed, but out of a flexible material instead of the hard stuff, which I have some of the hard materials, but this is flexible and soft. So if it falls over, you're not going to smash up your tank. So I have actually I have 3 of these. I have one for my SubVod. I also have a white SubVod because I was finding that this battery was not lasting me a full day. So it takes more than 2 hours to charge. It says 2 hours, but it takes longer. And that's even using it straight to the AC outlet, longer than 2 hours. So I actually got a second SubVod, a white one, and then I just changed the batteries out. So I have this white tank that I've never used, and you can see how clear it is and how dark the liquid is in there. So I also got another one for the Mini, and this one just slides down on as well, and to protect it from falling over. So, and they also make them for, or that's for the Nano. They also make a bigger one, and as you can tell, bigger, for the Mini. Whoops, for the Mini. So I have that one that would slide down over for my Mini, so if it falls over, I'm not going to break this Pyrex glass. They do give you an extra Pyrex glass with most of these kits, but I don't want to have to use them, so I use that. So that's the first thing. That goes on there. Then, what I also got was, this is for the Mini, and you're probably like, what the heck is that? Basically what that is, and let me take the tank apart. So when this particular Mini is a bottom fill tank, so that means you have to take the bottom off. And again, I'm going to do a full review of this. This is just a quick thing. So you have to take this off, and that means that you have to try and balance it on here. I can't tell you, at least twice I've lost the contents out of here, and my CBD oil is very precious to me. I don't want to do that. So what they did at the Crystal Bay is, that's the seller on eBay, is they made, now this is the hard 3D printed piece, and this is for the Kanger SubTank Mini, and you sit, this is the part that would have all of your liquid in it, and that just fits right down in there. This piece would have your coil in it, which I don't have a coil in here at the moment, but would have a coil in it, and that fits just down in there, and it keeps it so that it's not going to fall over. Very, very stable. so that if you need to change your coil out, or sometimes I found the reason I'm not using this right now is because I found that it gets really gunky in here and it leaks quite a bit for me. I found that when I got the SubVod, the Nano tank is a top fill, and it seems to just work out better. So, but this allows you to fill your tank, change a coil, whatever you need to do without worrying about it tipping over. So that's for the Mini. And let me put this back together. Then I also got this one. Now you can guess what this one's for. Now again, it's a top fill, but if you need to change the coil out for some reason, you don't want to have to, and this one actually has a, let me get it out of there. There we go. This one actually has a coil in it, so that would sit in here, right like that, in the coil. So again, you would take this piece, sit it down in here, that way you're not going to drop your oil. Take the bottom part with the coil in it and sit it in there, and it's real stable. And this is hard material. It's not the soft and squishy kind like the protectors. So that, you know, is great. So they're two different sizes because obviously the holes are different sizes. For the Nano has a smaller drip tip. You can see that there. It has a smaller, just a smaller drip tip. Size-wise, I know it doesn't really look like it, but it is a little bit smaller. Yeah, see? There we go. Smaller. Oops, sorry. There you go. Smaller. So, with that being said, so you have the one for the Nano, and then you have the one for the Mini. And I think you can see that they're a little bit different sizes. So I have one for each so that if I need to change stuff. Then I was having a problem because I was going to all of the vape shops I could find and trying to find a stand, because this SubVod sitting on the top here is very top heavy because the oil is very heavy up in there. I need liquids heavy up in there. And they were always falling over. And then granted, I had this, thankfully, so it wasn't breaking, but it was always tipping over. I would sit it on this one side table that I have, and I was always bumping it and knocking it over. So I actually contacted the people from eBay, and let me make sure I have their names correct, because it's just a great company and they really were awesome. And they did all kinds of cool stuff for me. And when I contacted them, I said, hey, I'm having this issue. Here's what I'd like to see. And they said, well, great, you know, give us a design. And so I gave them a design of what I thought would work. They fixed it a little bit, and now, I'm the first one to get these, as far as I know. I know they're going to be offering them soon. I think this weekend they're going to actually put the posts up. But I'd seen other ones for e-cigs, and the base of this is just too wide to fit in those e-cigarette ones. So here's the design they came up with. Looks very similar to the look very similar to the e-cigarette one, but they're for an 18.5 centimeter tank or pen, you know, pen mod. And so this is great because what you do is, and I've got actually 4 of them. They sent me 4. I paid them for 2, but they sent me 4. So they come in, you can get them in a multitude of colors, because this is the soft, pliable stuff. It's not the hard stuff. So what's cool about that is when you take your SubVod and it actually sticks in there, this thing is not going anywhere. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. And it's very stable now. It has an extra super wide base, and it pops right out, pops right in. So, I mean, it's a great thing for anybody that has a SubVod. I highly recommend it, and like I said, they're going to be posting it. I got the white one. I got white and red. They asked me what colors. They only had a few colors because of it being the flexible material instead of the hard stuff like they have. This is the hard. Hang on a second here. Ooh, turning on my mod. This is hard. This is soft, squishy, 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 squishy. No bend, no bend. So they have these 3 products. The tank protectors, which are great because these are squishy as well. Squishy, they're squishy, but they're not that squishy. The stands for the tank stands, and then the SubVod Nano stands that will also fit any 18.5 inch or 19, I would think, pen mod. So this is a great company. It is Crystal_Bays, B-A-Y-S. They're on eBay. I'm going to put a link to their store, or they have a store. I'll put a link to their store in the description down below. Let them know if you do order. Let them know that you saw it on YouTube from Stacy B. I greatly appreciate it. And like I said, they should have these listed up this weekend. But again, thank you for watching.